Hey, everybody, welcome to the next episode of Next Timeline, please, where we are going to discuss some heavy things and some not so heavy things and some sad things.
I don't know how to spell blasphemy.
I think Josh is going to cry.
I found it.
Once. At least.
What am I crying about?
Don't know yet.
Neither do I.
Although they can't see your mouth.
They don't need to see these lips.
For you. Your buttery smooth voice.
These lips are for my eyes only.
So, today, and my lips. Today, hey, it's Hal. How you doing, Hal? And Experiment is in the chat already. See the beard, too. My beard's better.
I have to watch ads now because I'm no longer a subscriber to my own podcast.
Oh, it's you great.
Oh, don't even start with me, fool.
I'm subscribed.
I don't know if everyone knows, but you're a ruiner.
Why?
I'm not saying.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyways, so today I'm going to talk about how, I know we started moving away from the news, but this is real fucking important. In my opinion, Russia getting their shit pushed in, and just how close we are to nuclear Armageddon.
I'm so excited.
I wanted to build some tinfoil hats so we can put it on, but I didn't think about it. I forgot about it after I thought about it. And
Well,
then,
these are hard times, man. We can't be wasting tinfoil.
Yeah, true.
We might need that to cook out in the middle of the street here soon when we're all living on boxes and
or, putting on the windows to keep out the radiation.
You don't have a radiation bunker already?
No.
Man, you fucker.
I have a basement.
My basement has this like weird crawl space thing that, oh my god, that I could crawl into and make into a. I told Brittany today because she was pissing me off. I was like, fuck around and watch me go Jeffrey Dahmer, and your ass is gonna be in the crawl space.
With my vape.
Oh man, it's all the way back there.
It is. After that, we're gonna do an activity in which, what would your job be in a post-apocalyptic America? Like, what are you going to be? So think about that as we move through the topics.
My job would be to get more people to come over here and pay attention to us right now. They're being dicks.
Josh,
did you post to Facebook?
Yes, I did. I posted to Facebook and the tweets.
The tweets.
Josh is going to talk about weird shit superheroes have to do on a daily basis because he is
weird.
The ice cream to my shit sandwich. Like the shit I feed you and make you scared and upset and nervous about, Josh smooths it over with his buttery smooth voice.
That's not the only thing about me that's buttery smooth.
Anyways, we were supposed to have a guest appearance today, but couldn't get a hold of him. Thanks, Justin.
And Brandon is literally the worst podcast co-host. He's in none of the streams. He definitely won't be at any of the streams anymore. And oh my god, hey, what do you think? What do you think about this? Tuesday, mid-afternoon. Tuesday, mid-afternoon, maybe. Going over to George's. Now, I'm not paying for y'all to eat the challenge, but I'll do the challenge while you guys I'll pay for your regular food.
I'll do the challenge because we promised that we need to do that before next week. So, I'll do mine. I'm not paying for Brandon. He's not really part of the podcast anymore. So,
is he still here?
No, he went to take Anthony home.
Do those two
have
a date set for their wedding yet?
No, not yet. Brandon is the third host that never makes it. We call him Ginger Jesus. He's in a couple of the episodes.
He's an astrological anomaly because usually when two large objects with a substantial mass come in contact with each other,
she really does need the head covered.
One of them absorbs the other. And it's weird because Brandon's mass is larger than the Earth's, but he's still here.
Yeah. I once, as a science experiment, threw a balloon at him and it orbited him.
Yeah,
I'm dead ass serious.
He has a gravitational pull. He has a magnetic north. I know this because when I go down on him, my compass always points up. That's not a sexual reference. When you're trying to get around Brandon, you have to decide: are you going to go down the valley and not fight the gravity, or are you going to go up his fat ass stomach? So
we love him, but we also like making fun of him. Maybe we made him upset when we were teasing his girlfriend.
no, I think that he's just aloof. I think he's an aloof,
like a Snorlax.
like the dude. No offense, but the dude's never known like dedicated responsibility.
Yeah.
What's his plan in life?
Nothing.
My question. I want him on one day just so we can figure that out. Like, where do you see yourself when Kat finally gets tired of you and kicks you out?
No, it's nothing. It's somewhere else, I guess. There's nothing. There's no plan. His parents did not raise him to be capable of being a functioning adult in a society. But topic that's less annoying. The activity we're doing after Josh's topic is we're going to discuss what superpower we would want and why. And then the other one is going to say why that choice is fucking stupid. So
they already knew I was going to say whatever you say is fucking stupid. Like,
yeah.
It could have been you could have picked something I wanted to pick. And my response would have been,
because that's your stick. That is what you do.
That's literally what I
do. Experiment got hit with an ad. So, Experiment, do you know how to avoid that? Do what you did last time and use your Amazon Prime.
Mine's on an ad too.
So we're gonna hold a second while that damn ad. Let me know when it's done.
They can still see us when we're on the ad break. We just become small.
I know, but they can't hear us.
They can't hear us?
They hear the ad.
Really? We can say whatever we want right now? Dicks and titties, bitches and hoes?
You don't... Yeah, Hal... You don't have ads, do you, Hal? Aren't you subscribed?
Oh. Thank God I didn't say terrible things about her. How? Now I'm gonna say let me start with this. I'm gonna say the word how after I say your name, because that's a difficult thing to say. So once I say your name, the next word is how. I'm not saying it twice. So how do you not have any friends that you've invited to come hang out with you and watch prime movies such as The Boys?
All of her like her brothers and stuff and her friend group, that's Dale Unhinged, that other streamer that helped us out a lot. That's his entire community. She is a steal from them. I stole her and made her ours.
Well, she's definitely not boosting our reps with peoples and getting them to come over and watch us.
She says, whoa, it's mostly...
You do realize that you can type the rest of the sentence, right?
Listen. Okay. Anyways, while she's
what we're doing.
While she's defending herself robustly.
Poorly.
Now, the Ukraine-Russian war, I don't know how much you guys know about it. I pay attention to it peripherally. Like, I'll look every so often and go, yeah, Russia's still losing, which blows my mind. But
this is Ukraine, not you can't. What?
Governor Petraeus said that it's over for Russia. Like, there's nothing they can do, even if they use a tactical nuke. All that will happen is the United States would just wreck their shit. I think he's dumb. Like, he knows his shit. He's a general. He was in charge of Afghanistan when I was there. But
I never liked Petraeus.
Yeah, no. Because
did you ever see a stupid ass smile? Fuck that dude.
I try not to.
Well, he was I don't know about you guys, but he was on the wall of every battalion because it's your chain of command and it goes all the way up.
Yeah.
So once you were deployed, it was on your wall because he was in charge of you.
I've seen him.
He should have been in charge of you.
Yeah. I've seen him. I know what he looks like.
His smile and his command photos like this.
Well, it's because he was taking a shit.
Probably.
But
A shit on all them Afghanis. He was shitting on Afghanis every day.
Hal says she's not bringing people here to see me act up. Okay. Also, all my friends have jobs and go to college, so not a valid excuse. Not a valid excuse. Anyways, Russia.
We're
with
popular with
all the
college
backups. They've been retreating. They've been leaving. They've been fleeing. Ukraine's been taking back land. So in this chaos, Russia named a new commander in the war in Ukraine. He looks like Butterbean, the boxer, doesn't he, Josh? You think he looks like Butterbean?
I think that Butterbean didn't really die.
For those of you that don't know who Butterbean is, that is Butterbean, a boxer that got knocked out by Mike Tyson really, really quickly.
Now, in Butterbean's defense, when I used to play Fight Night, I always picked Butterbean. Because that dude's knockout punch was stronger than Tyson's. I don't care what anybody says. He just was slow. And he would wear you down to where he would be able to hit you with one of his slow ass punches.
Yeah.
I always played at Butterbean. He was cool.
But and Hal says you're carrying the comedy. Of course she's carrying. This is a serious topic because Putin has been reported to being in a nuclear bunker right now. He's told elites and their families get ready to come to the bunker, and because right now they annexed part of Ukraine that they don't fully control. Which
I'm not considering any of this stuff serious until he's at the Ukraine border shirtless on a white horse. Once he's there, then I'll take it seriously.
Russia annexed all this in red. All right. Ukraine took back the purple and they're pushing into this red. Now, with Russia annexing all this stuff in red, Russian military doctrine is if they feel that Russian motherland or Russian sovereignty is any part of Russia is under threat of being taken over, tactical nukes are a valid method. Now, the third highest official, some dude from Chechnya, has straight up said we need to use tactical nukes, and he just got promoted about a week after saying that. So far, United States intelligence and Western intelligence agencies are saying not going to happen, probably not. But then Biden said, in his infinite wisdom, this might happen.
Yeah, but Biden also claimed to be Puerto Rican this week.
Biden.
He sniffed some lady's hair at one of the hurricane sites and then told Cuba that he grew up in a Puerto Rican society and that he was Latinx. Biden, you were from Scranton, Pennsylvania, bro. 99.3% white community at the time he grew up. The Republicans pushed that shit hard when he was, I'm for the people. Joe, you've never met the people. Your son has.
He's met a lot of people.
Your son was hanging out with them boys, but you weren't.
But he said that we were the closest to nuclear war that we've been. Yes, chicken poop. Biden does suck. He's a terrible president.
No, Biden does not suck. He sniffs.
True. He's like, hey there. How you doing?
Told my wife I had to get a new vacuum.
I got some popsicles down in the cellar.
When we were moving all the furniture.
Okay.
Speaking of Biden sucks. Told her that we had to get a new furniture, or we were getting the new furniture, so we had to move it and vacuum and everything. I told her we gotta get a new vacuum. The one I got sucks. You're welcome, everybody. All right, back to Ukraine.
Ooh, he's gonna friend B21 is gonna go in your room and give you a kiss. Don't threaten.
No, it says he's gonna give us kids.
And yeah, then it says kiss. I mean, either way, it's a good time. That is Brock, by the way.
Brock, come get some of this, bud. I will sex you up. I don't care if he's a 16-year-old tall kid. Is that Brock?
Yes, it is.
Come on in, Brock.
You're gonna be on camera.
I'm gonna sex you up. Brock, you're related to Kat, right? You might be the most normal-looking person in that family.
Not a high ball.
No, but Brock, Brandon, like, how are they all pretty cool? And then there's Kat. And it's like Brandon was like,
In Kat's defense, she is the best female that generation produced. Because, like, have you seen her sister?
I don't know. I did see Brandon in a dress. That was pretty cute.
No, not at all. Yeah, no. Ugh, yeah, that's gross. Brock Howell is my wife's cousin. So we got a special guest appearance. He's going to fix my car that keeps getting stolen. Or try to fix my car that keeps getting stolen. If you guys, do you know how to fix a ignition? Like change out?
You got to remove the steering wheel and then not get hit in the face by the airbag. With the Ford, they've got it locked behind a metal plating. You got to take the whole wheel off usually. Yeah, I don't know the newer ones. I'm just talking. The last one I did was on a Ford in Hawaii. It had a Mustang, and the security alarm kept going off on it, so we had to remove the ignition switch. We did it in his driveway, and once we got it back in, you could start the car every now and then, but sometimes you'd get somewhere and you'd go do what you got to do, and you come back and you go to start the car, and the little security light would come on, and you'd be there until that fucker decided it was going to go again.
All right, so yeah, please fix my car. I love you, Brock, in a extraordinarily gay way. You a stud finder?
Yeah, you did.
No, it didn't go off.
Yep.
All right, so getting back to what we were talking about, which is
that's
almost
a good interruption, though.
That is a good interruption.
Brock is one of the cooler ones for sure.
Now, Indian Express. So I don't know how fucking trustworthy that is, but Biden has said that we are closer to nuclear Armageddon than we've ever been in since the Cold War, which is fascinating because we almost died in the 80s. Did you hear about that? How a Russian guy saved our life? It was 87? Somewhere around there.
Bro, it's like every 5 years somebody accidentally shoots a missile at us.
No, Russians had a glitch. They thought that there was we launched nukes at them, so they sent down the chain.
Oh shit, some more game stuff.
Yes, they sent down the chain, fire these damn nukes. And this Russian nuclear commander said, I need to double check this. And they said, fire the nukes. He said, hold on. He double checked it, found it was a glitch, and didn't fire the nukes. But no one knows. He was ordered to by a communist government to launch nukes. And he had the balls to say, no, I'm not doing that. It's not going to be me. And nobody knows his name. I don't remember his name.
I'm lost in Biden's face right now.
He's lost in his own face right now. He looks like the fucking Joker, doesn't he? Like
he definitely does not look mentally cognitive anymore.
Joe Biden smile.
He's definitely not running again. I don't know if they think he is. Look how healthy he used to look, and now look at him.
Tell me that's not the Joker. Right here.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Joker, bro.
Now, don't get me wrong. When he was in the Obama administration and he had his full cognitive abilities, the guy was making sense. He still had his stutter, and that's where you can tell the difference. They claim it's his stutter a lot, but you can see the difference. He stuttered during the Obama administration. He still said appropriate things.
Yeah.
He's just off the fucking walls now.
Yeah, and his White House has to walk back things he says every fucking day.
Yeah.
Like the Taiwan thing, he keeps saying, "Oh yeah, if China invades, we're definitely going to defend them with our military." And then the White House say, "No, we're going to give them weapons. That's it."
Exactly.
And he's like, "No, We're gonna fucking send troops in. We're gonna fucking do the thing. I'm gonna get 2 scoops, just like Trump.
He's on the crazy train for show. Show. Get back to Ukraine though, fucker.
But
and your vape's all the way over there because you're a little bitch.
Yep. Anyway, it's something that I think people should be aware of. Do I think it's gonna happen? No. But it is something that you should be aware of the possibility. It's just he did that straight on purpose. That was all for you. Audio echo. Who's the audio echo coming from? Me? Probably coming from Josh's mic.
I moved a lot of furniture today, and so that getting back to my chair was not for you guys. That was solely for me. You can see his camel toe. I'm having a hard time moving around right this moment.
So, my thing is what I think people should do, and this is me putting my tinfoil hat on and doomsday prepper bullshit.
Do you want your tinfoil hat? I'll go make you one.
No, just have a plan. You should have a plan regardless of any kind of natural disaster or disaster.
So what's your plan?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm as far north and east as I fucking can.
North and east?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes.
Fucking like Quebec. Where the fuck are you going?
Fucking.
You mean west?
Have you seen a target map of the U.S.?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you go to like Missouri? Nobody's bombing Missouri.
No, I'll show you.
The fuck are they gonna bomb in Missouri?
Trade winds. Every major city's getting hit.
No, I didn't say go to a major city in Missouri.
Yeah, St. Louis. Trade winds, bud.
You're not going.
They go
to
west to east.
Not if you're on the Canadian border. You're gonna be fucked because you think Canada's safe. You think they're gonna be like, let's bomb the U.S. But
I'm not talking
Canada.
about like lower Canada.
I'm talking about all of Canada.
I mean,
they're
like
our ally. If they bomb us, they're bombing them.
Yeah, all those cities on the United States border.
I got this, but do listen for what I'm saying. Hold on, real quick, and just listen.
Or Dunlap, Tennessee.
If they were to shoot nuclear missiles at us, do you think that they would be smart enough to launch them at all of our allies as well?
Oh yeah, everyone's getting it.
Because if you hit just us, you've got everyone in NATO who's going to fire them back at you. So it has to be a tactical all-at-once strike on everybody. Look at that. Missouri's fucking clear as day.
No, the fuck it's not.
Old Missouri. It's got like 2 sites in it that they're going to hit. And one of them's just the world's largest ball of yarn.
This is fun. Right here. Let's see if we can open new tab, get a bigger version of it. All right, so sorry, Hal.
Hal, you're fucked.
You are fucked.
That
right
is
here,
all day, son.
West Palm Beach. You're like right around here. You donezo.
Jacksonville will survive
I'm
because
guessing
cockroaches don't die.
The experiment is somewhere in this area. But yeah, we're fucked. But right.
So you're going to Maine,
basically, or farther north.
Look at that. Wait.
Missouri. Fucked.
No. That's not what.
That's Iowa.
No, go up and over. Oh, other way. Down. Right. You were just on it. Right there.
No.
That's your safety zone, bud.
South Dakota.
Mm-hmm. Nothing happens in South Dakota. You know that one site they're hitting? You know what that is? It's Mount Rushmore.
No, there's Mount Cheyenne. I think is over there too.
They're hitting
that bunker.
They're hitting Mount Rushmore.
And it doesn't show Alaska. But I would say here, but that's part of Michigan, and I'd rather die in nuclear fire.
Be dead. Yeah,
I would rather die in nuclear fire.
Yeah.
Than live in Michigan.
That's terrible.
So bad.
The good news is you see all of that in Texas there, migrants will still be coming over the border.
But if you see over here, the amount of time in shelter before you can fucking leave. So like how if you don't get wiped out by nuclear fire instantly, you got 3 weeks. Your house has to have food in it and survivable for 3 weeks. Experiment, since no one cares about Georgia, not even people from Georgia. You might have no shelter required anyways, but given that you're so close to Alabama, you guys are used to mutations down there.
Exactly. It's not going to be a big stretch when they have to start marrying their cousins because the entire population got wiped out.
House says, bro, they leaving Georgia alone because it already looks like it got bombed. Got him. Chicken Poop says, they were probably looking at the same map saying the same thing you are. Migrants like cockroaches, you can't get rid of them. Freaking, hell yeah, I'd be migrating as far north as I can.
No, they said that because I said, look at the southern tip of Texas. Yeah. It's clear, so migrants will still come across the border.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be like, free pass.
Yeah, but there has to be major. But then again, Mexico is an ally in trade, but
you know what?
Not in war.
I would rather. I mean, here's the thing: they're leaving that portion of Texas alone because, honestly, if you hit it with a nuke and make it any hotter, it might melt.
Plus, like, there's nothing here in Texas.
No.
Like when you drive around here, it's just nothing but yellow, and like maybe one tree.
And they're so self-centered down there that once the nukes hit, they'll be like, "Those were the largest nukes ever because everything's bigger in Texas."
I fucking hate people from Texas in the military because like 1 in every 2 people you meet is from Texas, and they're like, "Oh, everything's bigger in Texas."
The stars at night are big and bright due to the radiation.
So,
fuck you, Texas. I hope you're the first ones to go.
Let's do a quick rundown of states that we don't like. California.
Liberal bastards.
Oregon.
I like Oregon. I don't like the people in Oregon. I like Oregon.
I've never been there. Seattle.
Washington is amazing though, but Seattle's trash.
Never been to Nevada.
Nevada's pretty cool.
Never been to Idaho. Never been to Montana. Never been to Wyoming. Never been to Colorado. New Mexico and Arizona, I like.
They're too hot for me.
I like that dry heat. I don't like fucking Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Panhandle of Florida.
Oh yeah, I've been to all those. They suck.
Oh my God, that is fucking gross.
All of South Carolina, it can burn.
Oh, I like Charleston, South Carolina.
No, it can burn.
Yeah, buddy.
It can burn to the ground.
Um,
let's go swim in the beach area with all the needles.
Georgia. I make fun of Georgia, but I would like to go to Savannah, Georgia, just so I can say, hey, a guy from Ohio burnt all this shit down.
Good point. I'll tell you this. If you start in Washington and you drive across to Ohio, so go ahead and start hitting those states. Go to Washington, and I'll tell you this. Okay, so that's Washington.
What,
all right, pretty cool state. No, go low. Next one. We went through Oregon. You have to because of the way the highway runs.
Okay.
So Oregon, badass. Now you're going east. Sucky. Go south because I went to Mount Rushmore. Sucky. Go into Indiana. Trash, except for South Bend. And then
he's a Notre Dame fan. It's so boring, Indiana.
That entire drive was boring.
Oh, dude, a terrible drive for me. From Ohio to Arizona, we did all the way west until we hit St. Louis, and then southwest to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then we went up this way, all the way to Flagstaff, Arizona, and then south down to Phoenix. And boy, this part of Texas was boring as fuck. Just awful.
People in the chat, do you like it that I've gotten back to my roots of just trolling us completely off topic as far as I can?
Hey man, this has been a fun little segue.
All right.
Now,
Are we? What are we talking? What are we talking about now? I've lost
so
it. I'm back on track.
now,
I'm back on the track like Kanye.
question, and chat, you can answer this too. What would you be in post-apocalyptic America?
What would I be? Or like,
Yes.
give me some options.
Like, would you be a regular person just trying to scrape by? Would you be Eli off the book of Eli?
No, I'm fucking warlord, bro. I'm controlling the water.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't pick the same thing.
Oh, hold on. I can.
How about I be the warlord and you be my Joseph Mengele? Except against mutants and not Jews.
You want me to start death camps for mutants?
I mean, if they're ferals, yes. I've played Fallout 4. And Brandon is like one step away from being a fucking super mutant.
I made a joke on the podcast last week that when my wife heard it, she was like, "That's really funny, but that was a really bad joke." And it was about the gas chamber. And you were like, "The gas chamber sucks." And I was like, "It wasn't that bad, but I'm sure there's some Jews that would disagree."
Now the Navy gas chamber wasn't that bad. When I
didn't
was in the
think
army, you know how
anymore.
they're supposed to use one capsule?
Oh yeah, they never use one.
Per
They
group?
always put like a whole fucking canister in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because they don't have to deal with it.
And my dumbass, oh no, they were in there. The drill sergeant was in there with no gas mask.
Oh, then he's the baddest. Some people it doesn't really affect that bad.
But like my dumbass, you know how they say take a deep breath,
Yeah.
pull your mask off.
You took your mask off and then took a deep breath like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Dude,
James doesn't follow instruction very well, everybody.
I was puking on the guy in front of me. The dude behind me was puking on me. Fucking everything that sweat burnt. It was awful.
I got a video somewhere of me in the gas chamber that I'll play on here one time.
The second time, when I was in the Navy, they had the big ass room, and they must have only used one or two, because like I was the last person, like the last line of people, because there was like 6 lines deep, and you had to say your full name and your job. So by the time it got to me, I was already in there for 15 minutes. I was just standing there. It gets through the first 2-3 lines, and I was like,
You're just dying.
here it comes. Fuck. It took it longer to hit me, but fuck did it hit me. But when it comes to being pepper sprayed or CS gas, I'd rather be gassed.
I get
all
gassed
day
any
long.
day of the week, man.
I fucking hate getting pepper sprayed.
Whenever I have a cold, I always think to myself, man, I wish I could go to the gas chamber.
Oh yeah.
That should be cleared right the fuck up. I don't know where that video is. It must be somewhere on my computer. I was gonna send it up to your thing right now to have people watch. I loved the gas chamber. It was one of my favorite things to do.
But yeah, man. I'm almost positive I would be a Negan-esque warlord.
Negan-esque?
Negan-esque, as in Negan from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, Negan from The Walking Dead. You're gonna be that fucked up? Like bashing in Glenn's brains with a baseball bat?
I don't know if I'll be that, but I'll have that wry sarcasm to me.
You know why everyone was
And also,
upset?
if you're at that point, like say, God forbid, you lost everything like he did, my kids are the one thing keeping me grounded. Like, I lose them, I'm off the deep end.
I had a dream that if Oliver got bit by a zombie, I'll stab him in the head with a screwdriver. I don't give a fuck about them kids. End of the world's end of the world. Sorry, Kennedy, you couldn't keep up. My bad.
Hal, what would you be in post-apocalyptic America? What would your job be?
I would use
Same with you, cat, experiment, chicken poop.
I would use my children as a human shield against that radiation. You remember in history class where they taught you about in Japan after the bombs were dropped, and you'd see the walls with the people's ashes burned against them.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see my face just covered in black soot with Kennedy's hair flapping behind mine. Like, my kids are my human shield. Hiroshima. The people in Hiroshima gotta be pissed because they weren't even originally the target. Those poor shadows.
Yeah.
You didn't even.
I'm pretty sure that's fake.
Oh, that one's definitely fake. But some of these are real. That one's real. That one's real for sure.
Yeah.
Did you? For those of you who haven't known about this, there is a man.
Oh yeah, the dude that got it both times.
He got hit by both. He survived the initial bombing and made it out, and then got hit by the second bomb and survived that one as well.
Yeah.
It's an amazing story, actually. It's quite amazing.
So how
Kat, we know you'd be fucked, but not in the way that you think. We think you would survive in the sewers with the rest of the Ninja Turtles.
Experiment. What would you be in post-apocalyptic America? Hal says she'd be a very good follower. Really boring answer.
She says she'd find food and be the medic. Do you even have medical training? You're gonna be the medic. That looks like a burn. You should put some aloe vera on it. She's gonna be the medic.
Who's gonna be the medic?
How? She says, like, find food and be the medic. She says she'd be a support. She's a supporting cast member. She's like the.
Congratulations, Hal. You are the first to die in this scary movie.
Oh yeah. You're the one who does something stupid at the beginning, like go to the garage by yourself to get a beer.
She says she's pretty sure she could do better than no medic. Yeah, but Experiment could be the medic. She actually has a quasi-medical background. Same with Josh. Although, I mean, I guess we're animals.
I was a combat medic. Everyone was. You get certified. Combat medic life-saving course.
Yeah, but
if you get shot, who would you rather have taking care of you, me or Experiment?
Oh, by far you.
Exactly.
But then again, I'll just stick a tampon in it.
If one person in the chat without
is my
going to Google, tell me how you treat a sucking chest wound, then you can be the medic.
You know what I gathered from my training in combat medic was if you get shot, stick a tampon in it.
No, that's level 1. That's your basic training, medic training.
That is all I got. That's all I retained.
I did the advanced 8-week course.
Yeah, I did not.
I'm also food handler certified. I can handle your food, bitch.
You can handle my meat.
I got that one just for promotion points. I was like, I need to get promoted. What stupid class can I go to that I can't fail?
Hey man, those safe food certification tests fucking suck. Really, like, how long can you have this particular kind of meat out at this temperature? What about
Hal says she's not meeting up at the rally point. We didn't even establish a rally point, but she says she's not going to be there. So she's not hanging out with us during the apocalypse, which is a poor choice because me and James, I mean, honestly, do you guys really think that it would bother me much to kill a human being?
No, not at all.
I kill their best friends for fun.
I'd kill Josh for a fucking Snickers ball sometimes.
You're not the same when you're hungry.
I'm not. I'm
all right.
So, Kat says, I don't know what I'd be good at for this scenario.
You could run the underground for us. Like you could run the sewers, because they're going to be radiation free. You could run the sewers with the rest of the Ninja Turtles, gathering penguins, and eventually run for mayor.
Danny DeVito jokes. Kat, you would be a human bonding tool.
Oh yeah, we're gonna sell your sex for food.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry, boo boo.
You don't know what you're good at. You got 3 holes, don't you?
Those tig-o bitties.
We're gonna.
And Hal said she'd be there, so Hal is gonna buy your tig-o bitties.
We are going to be selling your nostrils.
$50 a pop.
Any place it can fit, it's going.
All right, Josh.
What's up, bro?
Let's move on to weird shit superheroes have to deal with on a daily basis.
No, it's not really like what do they have to deal with. It's more like think about superheroes in their everyday life and think about the weirdest shit. Like if there was real superheroes, how weird would their lives be? For instance, here's the one that got me started on this, okay? I was thinking to myself last
Where
night.
the Flash has to eat like fucking
oh yeah,
2,000 pizzas.
Well, that, but let's
like
start.
They did the math. It's stupid.
Let's start with the one that got me thinking. Because I come up with my topics in bed when I'm trying to fall asleep and those random thoughts come to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so for some reason last night, what does Superman wear under his suit every single day to work?
It's Superman.
His Superman apparel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is on the back of Superman apparel?
Not a butt flap.
What is flowing from his back?
A cape.
Where the fuck does that cape go when he's in a suit? Like, think about it. Does he wear it down one leg like it's his dick? Wouldn't that bunch up? People would see that. So then you got to think to yourself, does he like fold it up and hide it under his shirt? But that would make you've seen him, he's jacked. So it's not like his suits are going to be baggy. That man's going to have a tight suit on. People are going to see those crease lines.
Yeah. Plus, that'd just be really, really, really uncomfortable. Like, exactly. I don't like wearing that many layers because it's just bunches.
Exactly. And my thought is, what if one day he's walking into work and he drops his briefcase and he bends down and his shirt comes untucked and right out comes the cape. And now it just looks like he's a matador just walking around with a red coat tail hanging out his ass. So that got me thinking, like, what about all the weird stuff that superheroes have to put up with on a daily basis? And this is, for instance, yes, like you said, the Flash. The Flash has to eat an extraordinary amount to keep up with his metabolism. You've got Aquaman, who has relationships with fish. Now, we've already spoken on this show how intelligent dolphins are.
Philadelphia fish market.
Exactly. This man has an intimate relationship with fish and every day lives next to the shore. Now, I don't know about you guys, but who else lives next to the shore? Fishermen.
I'll live next to the shore.
Fucking fishermen, man. This dude's got to interact with his best friend's killer every day. Like, this man's like just trying to go get a burger at McDonald's and they offer him the fillet of fish.
Some dude showing off his 100-pound catch and he's like, I fucked her yesterday. I loved her. And that marlin was so beautiful. But here's a question. Mira, Aquaman, the redhead.
Mm-hmm.
I already forget her name.
Amber Heard.
Would you let?
I'd let her shit on my pillow.
Fuck yeah. She has to dress like Mara though.
Oh yeah,
she has to,
does.
And she has to be wet.
Yeah, and while she does it, she has to say "fuck Johnny Depp."
I would give her my pinky finger.
Yeah, you can't prove to me that he didn't beat her, and you can't prove that she's not crazy. People like that don't use when.
Oh, they're both guilty in that.
If one of
100%.
If only one of you is abusive and the other one is submissive, it boils until there's an outbreak, and then one of you hurts. Like usually, the submissive person will snap and either they'll leave or they'll kill the other person if it's that abusive. But if you're equally abusive, you beat each other until the both of you are done. Like you just go until you're done, until it's no longer pleasurable for both of you because you're both abusive personalities.
Yeah, both of them. I fully think both of them were guilty.
Oh yeah.
At least in some. Now, is it to the point where she said it was? Maybe not, but yeah, he definitely had some guilt in that.
But not just superheroes and the weird shit they have to go through every day.
What about Dr. Manhattan?
Exactly. Like, yeah. Well, okay. So in the movie, when he's having sex with her, and all those hands start popping up, and she gets upset about it, it's like Bro, he's giving you the good stuff. He's giving you the 100% effort over here. He's got 15 hands on them boobies.
Now I might change my pick for what superpower.
Oh, you want to be Dr. Manhattan now, huh? Or do you just want to have 15 boobies? Because
No.
I'll go with both.
This is Dr. Manhattan. He's omniscient. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh yeah, he goes to Mars and builds that like palace for them to live outside of because he's convinced that the world's about to end a nuclear war. Because he can see the future.
Yeah.
Like he builds that whole clockwork palace on Mars for him and her and puts an atmosphere around it so that she can be there. When he took her there to show her what he was working on. He had given up on the human population.
Now, here's another one. What's that one dude from the X-Men that can teleport?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He has the spiky tail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine
Nightcrawler?
Yes. Can you imagine if he didn't quite calculate it?
They even mentioned that in the one where Sansa is the Phoenix. Is it Phoenix? I don't know.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix or Phoenix Rising or something.
He mentions that he can't see, he can't go places he hasn't seen. He has to have seen it first. He has to know where he's going, or else he could end up in a wall.
Fucking Looper style.
Yeah.
But no, I was watching
You're talking
Kyra
about
Hill.
Jumper. Looper is the one where they go back in time.
Oh yeah, Jumper, my bad. No, I was watching Kyra Hill and he said the reason why no one would want that ability is unless your ability also does the math for you, with the way the Earth rotates around the sun rotates around the galaxy moves through space, like you jumping, say, fucking 2 miles, suddenly you're in the middle of fucking space, nowhere near Earth. Unless your mind can automatically calculate that velocity that you're moving through space in with how Earth is moving.
Yeah.
Unless it also takes into account the fact that the Earth's atmosphere is kind of like a enclosed atmosphere, closed circuit to where your power works, but it doesn't really.
Yeah, if you have to assume that the power relegates you to going to someplace you know of. Like if I were to jump from here to the next room.
Yeah.
Like I know the next room. I could get up and walk there without getting lost. So your brain, I think, plays the function because if you think about it, you could be actually visually traveling in a sense. You could be consciously traveling. Maybe when Nightcrawler travels, his perception is that he actually can view himself going to where he's going. That would be a useful power. Or like in Jumper, where you look at a place and you instantly end up there.
Yeah.
But you're right. If you were to do that interplanetarily, just because you know where Earth is does not mean you know where Earth is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying.
Hal says the only ability she wants is to read minds. Fuck that.
Yeah, I already have a hard enough time with.
I don't like hearing people's opinions out loud. Yeah. I don't need your opinion. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, when I want to walk around all day, hearing people go, "Man, that guy's fat." I wonder how his clothes fit.
I mean, it could be also since we're both veterans and we've both been in some dicey situations in our life. All viewpoint on actual problems is probably skewed to where we don't worry about small shit that other people worry about quite as much.
Maybe.
When you got out of the military and you went into the civilian workforce for the first time and they were bitching about stupid things and you're like, this is the easiest job I've ever had. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I still have that. So when people's complaining about stupid stuff, I'm like, shut the fuck up. No one cares, Karen.
Yeah, fuck you, Bill.
You couldn't go to Starbucks this morning. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking, there's a coffee machine in the break room. Have at it.
Yeah.
Or shut the fuck up.
Like when the storm hit up in Worcester. Worcester's the town me and him both work in, by the way, guys. When that huge storm hit up there and they lost water and power for the week, and the one girl was like, she was going off, and I told her that, you know, like, you need to calm down. And she was like, "Don't tell me to calm down. I haven't even had a shower since Sunday." And it was only like Tuesday at that point. And I was like, I once wore the same clothes every single day, including underwear, for 30 days because there was nothing we could do about it. We baby wiped our asses to stay at least somewhat smelling fresh. And we would take our clothes off and run them under a 5-gallon bucket to get the dirt and smell off. And then you dry them at night and hope that by the time you got up in the morning, they were only slightly frozen.
Yeah, slightly damp.
Like, the fuck you mean? Back off of me. I haven't showered. Shut the fuck up.
The whole, I went 4 days or 5 days without a, or 6 days without a day off. I've gone 6 months. Like,
yeah, that must be terrible. You do realize that
so yeah,
once
no, I
slept
don't.
on a cot outside.
I don't want to know people's thoughts.
No.
She said it's the only thing I'd use. I desperately want to know everything about people. Also, only if it's when I want to read minds. Like constant chatter would be annoying as shit. But I need to know what people want.
Do you feel like you need to text all these in separate text like lines, or do you realize what a paragraph is, right? Do they do paragraphs in Florida? Like sentence period, next sentence.
It's
period.
fucking Florida, so no. Come on.
Come on, DeSantos.
She says yes.
All right. I'm gonna need you to write a 5-page essay.
She says I can't read that long.
Oh, you're right. James can't read very long.
No, first off, I read rather well. Thank you very much.
James.
She's tried many, many times. It never works.
James, you have a whole bulletin board points of things. What the? I can't read it from here, just so you know.
I already covered all mine. So
I can't see the board.
Cat. Experiment. Chicken poop.
Chicken poop. Who's chicken poop?
What would you guys use as your superpower if you could have one superpower?
Oh, we didn't even say what we would be. What would you be?
Mine's a toss-up between true immortality, such as Deadpool, or omniscient, like Dr. Manhattan.
Okay.
But I feel like Dr. Manhattan, that's more than one power. He's basically a god. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cheating. So
You go with Deadpool then?
Yeah.
Okay, here's why that's stupid. You asked me to chime in with this, right?
We already told Hal why horrors is stupid.
So let me tell you why yours is stupid. Every single person you ever care about is gonna die.
Yeah.
And then you have to keep living.
Yeah.
And every time you start to care about someone new,
They're gonna die.
they're going to die.
Eventually,
They're all going to die.
I'll become so numb to it where I won't
I don't think
care.
so.
I'll detach.
I think that you'll be a recluse, and eventually you won't even be crime fighting. You'll be so recluse and alone by that point, and detached from reality.
Who the fuck said anything about crime fighting?
Okay.
I said, what superpower would you want?
Okay, even then, actually, that makes it worse, because now you have nothing to live for. What are your goals with a lifelong, with eternity? Think about infinity and how you can't even comprehend it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're truly immortal, eventually the earth is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any other powers.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot swim through space. So you will just be floating in space in constant agony. For eternity.
Yeah.
Infinity.
I better find a fucking spaceship. Because, no, it's...
You don't have the fuel to get to the nearest star.
Just point my ass in the direction. Because once in space, once you build up enough, like once you get the momentum, you're going to keep that momentum. There's nothing slowing you down until you hit something.
You're going to line yourself up at the very end of the world, and you're going to be like, all right, I need to jump at a 15-degree
No,
angle.
I'm just gonna go shoot me that way real fast, and I'll fucking land where I land. No, but like I get what you're saying, but and the actual argument against immortality, because technologists or whatever, I think Elon Musk even said, we're actually within our lifetime, me and you, there should be some sort of biological immortality that we can achieve, or technology. We with the help of nanobots or just some breakthrough in cell research, we should be able to achieve biological immortality where we won't die.
I don't
But
trust Elon Musk, man.
There's several pretty high profile people that's into technology that talk about it. But the detractors say that takes your life, and instead of it being a low chance you die horrifically, it makes it 100%.
Oh yeah,
Because if you're not going to die from old age and you're not going to die from disease, the only way you're going to die
is getting decapitated by one of Elon Musk's self-driving cars,
fucking Highlander style, or you're trapped somewhere where you can't get out. Like, can you imagine, like, in a world where there's actual people that's immortal? Yeah. One of the worst ways, it'd be like something you said with me floating through space. It's just burying them alive.
Well, I mean, Lord of the Rings has the elves, and they're all immortal, and they make friends and they die.
You still need food.
I know.
So eventually you'll die.
They make friends and they die, but the only way that they die is either through complete tragedy or war. It's the only way elves die.
Yeah.
So, but you're in a world where there are none of that. So, if you are truly immortal, when the Earth ceased to exist, you are going to be sucked into the black hole and be condensed into nothingness in a constant. So you're not even going to float through space, because you're forgetting that the only way that the Earth dies is when the sun goes supernova. And when the sun goes supernova, it actually expands to a red giant, which means it consumes
the 3 inner planets is going to be taken.
It consumes our inner planets, and then it condenses after there's no longer any fuel left to burn.
Well, it's going to be a brown dwarf.
And then it eventually will become a black hole.
No, it's not big enough for a black hole. It's going to be a brown dwarf.
It will eventually, I promise you. No, I'm not going off of science. I'm saying in the general grand scheme of things, if you believe in the theory of how the world eventually, like the universe itself ceases to exist.
Oh, you mean the big crunch?
Massive black hole.
Oh yeah, that's the big crunch theory. Now, for those of you who don't know, there's two forces. Our universe is expanding, and there's two forces fighting against each other. There's gravity, and what's the other one causing it to expand? I forget.
I don't remember, but they found out that we're expanding at a significant rate. So
we're expanding. At some point, we're slowing down. But at some point, it's going to get to the point where either they equal out, and then the universe stops expanding, and it just stays there. And then all the gases in the stars go out, and all the stars go out eventually, and that's called the big freeze.
Yep.
There's no light. Then there's the big crunch, where eventually gravity starts to overpower the other force, starts bringing things back in. Black holes hit other black holes, turn into bigger black holes, and everything gets closer and closer and closer until it's another singularity. I actually like that one, because then I like to think that
Rebirth.
That singularity turns into another Big Bang
yeah,
and
cyclical.
Yes, that. Now, and then there's the big rip, where gravity loses completely, and everything just gets ripped apart at the atomic level.
Now, we should state that the big freeze...
We lost somebody with that science.
Well, that sucks. The big freeze actually happens when the expanse becomes so large that there is actually no longer any gravitational... so, for instance, right now, even the planets are drifting farther from the suns. So, for instance, the moon gets an average of 6 inches further from Earth every year.
Yeah.
So everything is expanding. It's awesome. Either way, here's my thing. Back to this immortality. Fuck that. I got 2 answers, just like you did. I get 2 as well.
So if I get 2, if we get the cheat version and the non-cheat version, my cheat version is Dr. Manhattan, God. I want to be able to do whatever the fuck I want. Live forever.
So for my real version, where I have to live with this power on a daily basis, and it's what I'm going to have, my cheat version is I want to do like in Deadpool 2 and have one of those powers that is just not, it's nothing you could use for crime fighting, but you just have it. And I want to be able to make the world's best pizza at any moment. Like every single pizza I make, I want it to be the best the world's ever had. Increasingly getting better than the one I made the previous time I made it. Like I just want to have the best pizza every day for the rest of my life.
Is that your cheat or your real one?
That's my real one. Because I have to live with it. I'm not gonna fight crime. So that's what I'm saying. Like I want one of those ones from Deadpool where you couldn't use it to fight crime, but you have it.
Yeah.
So that's mine. I just want to always have, even if I'm not making the pizza, I want to be able to like if I could just produce something with my mind, but it turns out the only thing I can make is the world's best pizza. Like I just think it into existence. My other one would be super speed.
The Flash. Although that's really, is that really cheat? Because that's one power.
The Flash,
like my cheat was like God.
The Flash has been statistically proven to be the strongest of all superheroes, even stronger than Superman.
That's because of his Mach punch.
It's because anytime
the man can phase out of existence.
Yes, anytime he's ever losing, he can phase to a point where he cannot be harmed by any matter. He can also time travel, create alternate universes, and the man,
which is why when in the Batman v Superman, I think, what shows him,
he goes back in time just to restart.
No, when fucking Superman wakes up from being dead.
Oh yeah.
And he looks at the Flash and he sees him. Dude's going full speed around him, and Superman's just watching him. Like, you think that's fast? And then he starts to swing on him, and he's like doing this little number. He's getting ready to fucking phase out of existence.
Yeah. Yeah, because Superman can match him in a fight where if Superman and him are fighting, because Superman is so overpowered that if he can hit him, you know, because Superman's really fast, if he could hit him, then you've got a fair fight. The problem is if the Flash is on top of his game and not the Ezra Miller fucking shitty Flash version.
Yeah.
If he's the real Flash from the comic books who's a badass, he's going to see that punch coming, phase through it because he can do that. And he's not going to get hit by Superman. No fucking person, no smart Flash is ever going to be like, Superman's fist. I wonder what the fuck that feels like. It feels like a fucking freight train. He stops bullets, bitch.
I don't like Superman as a character. I really, really, really don't. It just seems so lazy. What are we going to give this guy? Everything.
Everything.
Absolutely everything. What are we going to name him? He's super, and he's a man.
Superman.
Boom. Got it.
Go ahead and get the writing team together on this one. What should we write about?
Now,
I don't know. Fuck, shoot some bullets at the motherfucker. I don't know.
Hal says, teleportation also is a good one. She'd love that. She could get over her people-pleasing arc. And Superman is only good as Henry Cavill.
Superman versus Batman kind of feels like a cheap ripoff, though. Because who's Batman's nemesis? The Joker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Batman, who fights for justice and everything, he fights for the common man. He fights the Joker, who believes in chaos and that the world is not meant to be just. And that makes sense. Superman, his biggest nemesis, Lex Luthor. A man who feels that Superman's powers, like we do, are unfair and that he is a threat because at any moment he could change his mind as to whether or not he's good. And in that, Lex Luthor drives himself to be a villain. It is What is Lex Luthor's super ability?
He has money.
What is Batman's super ability?
I think it's the
No, don't go with the world's greatest detective.
no, it's not that. It's he has superhuman. They classify determination or something stupid like
Yes,
that.
but what is his driving force? Like, what does he have?
Mommy and daddy issues.
Money. They were like
Severe mental issues.
So Superman's greatest enemy is not Lex Luthor, nor is it Batman. It's the banks. The fucking banks that keep funding these fucks.
Big money.
It's corporate America is what it is. Superman's nemesis is corporate America.
Now, who's your least favorite superhero?
My least favorite?
What power do you think is the dumbest?
The dumbest power. Hold on. Now, this is a good question. Are we going with like one? Let's go with ones that people know so that they can know. The weakest of all the superheroes is Captain America. He's not bulletproof. His whole stick is that he's
America strong. Yeah.
Like, he's not bulletproof. He was in the fact that he's a good fighter. He was a terrible fighter when he was small. He got knocked the fuck out all the time. Never even got a swing in.
Yeah.
And then they make him big and he's like, I know how to fight with martial arts now. I can do flips and shit.
Yeah, they should have done like a training montage like 80 style.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
see him running up those fucking steps in Philadelphia.
That and that Nighthawk or that Hawkeye and the Black Widow. It's like, why are you guys even on the Avengers? You have Thor, who's a god, the Hulk, who has the strength of a god, and Iron Man, who, by the way, is just Batman with a goatee.
Now, I don't follow comics like you do. I haven't read comics in a long time. I don't pay attention to superheroes really, but I always thought that Aquaman was a stupid, especially the way they portrayed him in cartoons. How they portray him in like comic books, I don't know. Like he could be overpowered as fuck.
He is. Yeah, he's a badass.
But in the cartoons, it's always just him like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking got this fish.
In the comics and in the
and Green Lantern.
In the movies.
Green Lantern was always stupid to me. I have this light.
In the comics and in the movies, not your live actions. I'm talking about the actual like comic book turned to movie. They take a series and they make a movie out of it, like Flashpoint. Aquaman has the equal strength of Superman. He's equal in strength. He doesn't have like laser eyes and shit like that, but he has equal strength. And there's a really good one where Wonder Woman kills his wife and then they go to war. The Amazon
and the Atlanteans.
She goes and Wonder Woman's a badass about it. She goes straight in, fucks him. His wife sees, and she cuts her head off and throws it at him.
She goes in and has sex with Aquaman.
Yeah.
And is he like a willing participant, or was he?
She like seduces him. Like he invites her in to his palace.
Kat, I'm sorry, but if Gal Gadot ever tries to seduce me, I'm gonna let her. And if she cuts your head off and throws it at me, I'm gonna go, please, sir, may I have some more?
Yeah, like that shit's going on the mantle. Like
if it means round 2, bitch, I will stuff you and just hang you on my wall. Or give it to her as like a rug.
I would like to say that my wife would be remembered fondly, but honestly, at that point, my brain is gonna cancel out everything I've ever learned and just start taking mental photos, like flash bulbs going off of me having sex with Gal Gadot. That's the only thing that will be left in my mind when I'm done. We're gonna be done. She's gonna be like, "Do you want a sandwich?" And I won't even remember how to speak. I'm just gonna be sitting there like, "Oh."
Yeah, she's fucking stupid hot. And when someone is stupid hot, the way I define it is a woman being so beautiful, you forget your name.
What were we saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we put her on the screen while we talk about her?
Yeah.
I just need to visualize her.
It's just you just want to see
I
it.
just need her in my life.
Yep.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Don't do me like that. I'd let her beat me up.
I don't even care that her second movie was trash.
What's up with this fucking Captain America theme?
I don't know, but I like it.
America. Even has a little like eagle looking fucking thing right now.
I liked her in that movie with her and Ryan Reynolds and The Rock. You should see it.
I don't know what movie you're talking.
It's on Netflix. Just Google.
What's the name of it?
I don't know. You'll just Google Gal Gadot when you're watching it next.
Okay.
It's her, Ryan Reynolds, and The Rock. It's really good.
Now, how about this?
It's like Red Notice or something like that.
The Wonder Twins.
Every time anytime anyone says the Wonder Twins to me, it reminds me of the Saturday Night Live.
Al says it is Red Notice.
It reminds me of Saturday Night Live when they did the parody of the Wonder Twins, and it was the incredibly gay duo.
The ambiguously gay duo.
Yeah, those guys. The ambiguously gay duo. They're ambiguously gay.
No, fucking. But like,
you want to be the Wonder Twins? Do you want to Shazam with me?
Fucking Wonder Twin powers activate in form of the sister can turn into any animal she wants.
Yep.
But the brother's like fucking the water.
Yeah.
Now, think about that application though, because I think technically his power he can manipulate water molecules, right? So like, if he goes in the ocean, he can control waves in the ocean or air, storms. I'm guessing storms, because
Rain,
yeah,
clouds, things like that. Yeah.
So if he can affect, like, what's his range of
Can
being
he
able
pull
to,
the water molecules out of your body?
Yeah, I mean,
he could dry you to death.
What's his name? I'm curious about this. We got 15 minutes left. I want to fucking figure this out.
Oh, golly, guys. I gotta tell you. They're ambiguously gay.
Oh, they actually have a comic book?
Look at the Wonder Twins. Wonder Twins.
That's not what I want to see. There we go.
I always thought they had a really weird relationship.
Yeah, they're definitely Cersei and Jamie.
Bro, could you imagine being
They're
the
definitely-
Apache chief? Where you just grow to like the size of the Jolly Green Giant and start smashing fools?
How wants the power of Percy Jackson? That's the movie.
You want the power of Percy Jackson, so you want to make 2 out of the 3 books and then get terrible reviews and not be allowed to finish your series? Because if that's what you want, we already appreciate you, just like they did the movies.
Yes, hydrokinesis and cryokinesis. And hydrophysiology. God damn it. Well, not. Some use describe the ability of some characters to control bodies of waters in a large number of ways. The user's ability can control water, can control ambient water, remove water molecules from the air, freeze water, and or use water as a slicing tool.
So what you're telling me is,
in cryokinesis,
these fools harness the power of
ice generation.
A hose. Wonder Twin powers activate in the form of a water spigot.
Well, I mean, if he can remove water molecules from the air,
he could make it extremely humid and uncomfortable for the enemy to live.
No, that's adding. He can make it real dry. But no, like if he can remove from the air, why can't he remove it from, say, your skin? Yeah. Or your eye? Give you red eye, pink eye. Look at that.
I don't know if he can give
me pink eye
like that. I don't think that's how that works. But
well, no, I'm not saying pink eye as is a disease. I'm talking pink eye as just dry eye.
Dry eyes. Is he gonna
Dude.
win Ben Stein's money? What? Oh my god. Speaking of dry eyes, as soon as you said that, my eyes went blurry. I had to move a lot of furniture today and I'm real tired, so just for everybody's
Hal says he can heal using water. Also, in one chapter, he went full evil mode and it was fucking sick. So,
She's still talking
apparently.
about Percy Jackson. She's not talking about the Wonder Twins, by the way.
Okay. I was going to say, apparently she knows more about the fucking Wonder Twins than we do.
No, she's talking about Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know
she's
shit about. I don't know shit about Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson is a demigod who is living with his mother. He's Poseidon's son.
No, I thought you mean that one movie with Zeus's son and he takes Battle of the Titans?
No, he's Poseidon's son. Percy Jackson is Poseidon's son.
Okay.
He's living with his mother.
Who's the guy in that movie?
Believe that the gods believe that he stole Zeus's lightning bolt. So they send people to kill him. He's protected by, I can't remember what they're called, but the dudes with the half goat bodies. Protected by one of them. He goes to a camp where all the other demigod children live. And he's convinced by the son of Achilles to go find the lightning bolt and prove he didn't steal it. And he goes on this huge adventure with the girl who's Athena's daughter.
Oh, it's Perseus I was thinking of.
Yeah. No, we're talking about Percy Jackson. It's a teenager's book.
Gross.
It's all about the demigods and it turns it into like teenage drama. Like Percy has a crush on it, the daughter of Athena, who has a crush on him, and they're both running around with whatever that half goat dude's name is. And in the first one, it's Zeus's lightning bolt, and Poseidon like helps him prove that he didn't do it. Not really helps him prove it, but he gets given a shield by the son of Achilles, and in the shield is the lightning bolt because the Achilles' son is the one who stole it, and he stole it because he's like, how dare they come down, make us, and then never be active in our lives. But Percy is the only son of Poseidon because Zeus forbid them from having children with humans anymore. The main gods, which Poseidon is one of the top three. You have Hades, Zeus, and Poseidon.
Yeah. Apparently you said something really hot.
What?
She said nothing hotter has ever been said on this stream. And with that, we're going to end the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hal.
You
ruined it for everybody.
Oh, aren't you going to talk about your shit?
Oh, yep. So.
You Hal fucking ruining piece of shit.
So, I
am a bitch.
I'm moving down to Tennessee, and that makes Josh upsetty spaghetti. So, we'll still be doing the podcast, but it'll be slightly more complicated. Because Josh has to pick out a spot in his house that he's going to stream his part of the podcast from. So, there's a new format on Streamlabs OBS where I will send him a link. He will accept the link, and then his camera from his computer will be showing up on my stream. So he'll still be there. We're still doing it. I'll just be in Tennessee. We won't be in the same state. So the food challenges will be a bit harder to pull off. Special events will be a bit harder to pull off. So we talked about doing a big thing like once a year. I think you said, like, find somewhere to go. But you see the deadness in his eyes. He's losing his best friend.
Or my best friend just makes poor life choices.
That too. And he's judging me profusely.
Not just profusely. There's many ways I'm judging you. So many. Oh, loathe entirely.
Listen, a man who knows stuff is hot, but if he knows about something I care about, then it's over. I'm already down bad in general. Just send plenty of pictures in TN of Tennessee, and I don't care. So,
Back to what we were saying.
yeah. So the podcasts, they're going to take place.
Maybe.
No, maybe. Talking maybe for.
I got things, James. I got things to do.
Yeah.
In my life.
Podcast on fucking Sundays.
Where are you going to set up for your podcast?
My whole ass fucking room.
You ain't taking this desk with you.
Fuck no, I'm not taking this desk with me.
You ain't taking that TV with you.
I so most certainly am.
Oh, that's fucked. You ain't taking all them toys with you.
I'm taking all my streaming stuff. That is what I'm taking. My clothes and my streaming stuff. And my kids. And my posters.
Everyone, you can judge him as much as I'm judging him. He's bitch.
He's upsetty spaghetti.
Let me tell you.
We're gonna make out as soon as this stream is over. And no, Hal, you're not gonna be able to see.
I've never been one to tell people how to live their lives. But this was a lot easier when all my shit could clutter your room instead of mine.
It's a lot easier. All right, everybody.
Microphone out of the way. Poor life choices.
So next Sunday, I may or may not be in Tennessee. It depends on a couple real life things, appointments with my son and the whatnot. But outside of that, we might have one more here. But after that, we'll be in separate locations, broadcasting from 2 different locations.
Yeah, which, by the way, we already have a hard enough time trying to figure out what day and time we're able to get together. So let's see how that goes on the interwebs.
We'll figure it out.
It's probably going to be a nighttime thing then. Because you're going to get a new job. You have no clue what your schedule is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And Tennessee is a different time zone, isn't it?
It's an hour.
Yeah.
Where they are, it's an hour before.
Mm-hmm. You see how he's setting us up for failure?
First off, I will straight up tell him I need Sundays off.
He hates us all.
So, because that's the best part about.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I've been playing Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's the game we should have been streaming. I played all of the Battlefield yesterday, the 5, but it's not very long. Battlefield 5 only has 5 missions for the entire game.
Yeah, it's multiplayer.
The last one, though, the last mission in Battlefield 5 is the best mission I've ever played in a war game.
No.
You are a German tank commander at the very fall of Berlin, and you have to surrender after they have taken the headquarters, and you've heard that Hitler has shot himself.
Best war mission I've ever played. It was Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, I forget if it was 1 or 2, Mile High Club, after you complete the mission game.
Oh, yeah, when you're playing in the airplane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's cool, but I'm talking about like...
When you're playing on a veteran and you have 1 minute to do it.
Oh, no, I'm talking storyline-wise.
Oh, storyline-wise?
Like, I'm telling you, like, this game, you're a tank commander who has every faith in the German ability to win the war, and you have to then face the reality that you are not going to win.
How did you have every faith that you're going to win the war when, bro, they're knocking on your capital?
They ask in the beginning of the mission, you're going across the bridge, and your driver goes, why are we not just blowing the bridge and keeping the enemy on the other side? And the tank commander says, because we're not falling back, we're pushing forward. And then throughout the mission, you get called to rally points, and every time you get there, they've been decimated. Until finally you're called to the headquarters, where you are surrounded, and your gunner gets out of the tank, and he's like, you have a heartfelt moment where he's like, it's over. Like, look what we've done. We're monsters. Like, we're done. And the new recruit that you had to convince at the beginning of the mission that it was, let's do this for the motherland, he shoots your tank driver for desertion after you've already seen, you had a guy get out to go look to find you a way that was clear, and he doesn't come back because you get surrounded by the allies, and then you're driving to the next headquarters, and he's hung from the street lights with a deserter sign on him.
Nice.
And so that guy's dead. Then tank commander gets shot, or the tank driver gets shot. You've been with this guy since the beginning of the war, so you hop out and you run over. You get surrounded. You rip your iron cross off, throw it to the ground, and surrender. And this new recruit who's still up in the tank shooting his gun looks at you, and then the screen goes black, and there's just one last shot. And you know it's you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It did the Sopranos ending.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
everything just goes black.
The ending that made me really emotional. Telltale game. Walking Dead. First one. At the very end of the game.
Oh, when you gotta leave him because he got bit? Yeah. I played that one. That was the Telltale game that let me know that I don't like Telltale games. It was a good story, but I could not get over just how little you did for how long you had to put into it.
Yeah, it's story based. It's like an interactive book.
It is, but it's a lot of time with I liked The Quarry, and you didn't do shit in that game but walk around.
Yeah. Quarry was a good game.
Like, there's certain ones I do like where you play like that, but I can't play a whole like the Batman series, that whole Telltale series. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Or the Edith Finch or whatever the fuck
I
it
did
is.
both of them. They weren't that good.
Give me Arkham Knight over that any day.
Oh yeah. Now, Arkham Knight, the fucking 100% where you have to fucking do all the Riddler shit.
Did it.
I got bored of it and I stopped it, and then I was like, I'll just keep it on and then I'll come back to it later because I do that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally deleted. I said, nope.
Here's how I did it. I played the whole game because I love the game. It's one of my favorite games ever. Played the whole thing. Got to the end. And I said to myself, I'm not doing it. So then I was just driving around, having fun with it. Beating people up. And I was like, you know what? I think that this is my last playthrough. Like, I've played through it 3 times. I'm never going to play through it again. It's become too easy now. Like, I know the proper way to beat a level. And so doing it any other way just seems pointless. So it was too easy at that point. And so
that's what me and you differ. I know Fallout and Skyrim so well to where I know exactly where to go for the best possible outcome every single time, and yet it's still my happy place.
Oh, well, so I beat it, and I was like, I'm gonna delete it, and I'm never gonna play it again. I was like, but there's no way, because I had already seen the extra scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's no way I'm not gonna see this scene for reals through my game.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So my mother-in-law, who is a weirdo, like, she buys books still for video games. She'll buy the book. So for like Animal Crossing, she has a book. All of her games, she has a book that goes with them that tells her what to do for certain things. So I was like, she'll be into this. So I called her down and I was like, I need to find all these Riddler things. It's practically impossible. I was like, but if you read to me where they're at, I know the map so well that you just say where it's at and I'll go to it. And we did that and it took us like 15, 20 minutes. We got them all of them easily. And I got to watch the scene. And that was done.
Yeah, I was looking online for it. But I'll buy the book. I have a couple books. I have Skyrims.
Back in the day, the books were genius. And for certain games that are so large that you need a book, then yes. Have you done the launching thing?
I honestly don't look at the book to tell me where to go. It's mostly like a collector thing. Plus, like the lore information they'll have in the book. I'm a big fucking nerd when it comes to video game lore.
Do you want to do like a huge glitchy thing in Red Dead Redemption where it's a bridge that you throw a knife at it and it throws you like thousands of feet in the air and then you're just walking on the clouds and then eventually you hit a spot where you fall?
Is that on solo?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You can't do it on multiplayer.
I'll fucking do it. Hell yeah, I'll do that.
All right, I'll get it set up for you. I'll tell you where it's at. Now we're just bullshitting.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's almost exactly an hour and a half. Check out the podcast next week. Next timeline, please. Check out the Discord. Link is down below in the About Me section. And we will see you guys next time. Say goodbye, Josh.
Bye, Josh. You My mama put the U and the A on
We
that
love
fucking
you.
thing. Put fucking respect on this name. Joshua.
Respect.
By the
All right,
way,
see you.
I love the hat. Guardians. They won their series. They're going on to face the Yankees. Go Guards.
Wait, it's playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
I
We
don't-
won the AL Central.
I don't pay attention to
And
them.
we just
until they're in
beat the Tampa Bay Rays in 2 games. This is best of 3 series for the wild card series. If you win your division, but you're not one of the top 2 teams,
yeah,
you have to play against the
Wild
wild card
card.
teams. So we played against the worst of the wild card teams because we were number 3.
Is it the ALCS or is it one before that?
We're going into the ALDS, so we're playing the divisional.
Okay.
ALCS is the next level.
Yeah, the champion, and then whoever wins that goes to the World Series.
Yeah, but we got to play the Yankees, and they're the number 1 team in all of baseball.
Well, then I'll stop paying attention.
Aaron Judge hit like 63 home runs this year. The record was like 62.
No,
He broke it.
70 something.
No.
Oh,
for
did
the
they
AL.
strike that?
No, for the AL.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Not league wide. That's still held by Barry
Bonds.
Bonds.
Yeah, he's like 73.
Yeah.
All right, well,
that was juiced. We all know that was juice. Fuck him. That was juice.
fuck yeah, it was juice.
The juice era of baseball was so good. It was so good.
It was. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us.
Eat a dick.